right. So festive season is on the onset. Winters have also come. Today I wanted to speak about the auspicious day that it is, which is Dussehra. Dussehra, as we all know, here in India, it is celebrated based on our very own mythological story of Lord Rama winning over Ravana and bringing Sita back home. So today I wanted to share the deep hidden message, or let's say messages, in this particular story. Indeed, it is a story of good winning over the evil, but that is a perspective that we know of while we look at it from a perception of duality, that there is a good and there is a bad. But however, in a universe which is based on oneness, which is based on unity, have you ever wondered what could be the deep-rooted hidden message of this beautiful, amazing story, which is actually the grand narrative of India? Yes, did you know every country has a grand narrative? For example, for America, it is the American dream. For the UK, it is the royalty. And here for India, the grand narrative is a beautiful epics of Mahabharata and Ramayana. And not only do we have a grand narrative, but these grand narratives have a psychological, physiological, business related. You pick it up and we can pick up messages from our own grand narrative. And that's the beauty which I wanted to share with you all. So now for this, we will have to go back and figure out who really is Ravan. Ravan, by the way, guys, is a Brahmin, which means, what does a Brahmin? From as far as the ancient times is concerned, what does a Brahmin mean? Brahmin means a person who has wisdom about the Brahman. What is Brahman? Brahman is everything that exists. So Brahmin, by the virtue of that, as a name, one is of course the caste which is separate, but Brahmin in the ancient times were those people who had wisdom. As far as Ravan is concerned, he's a very wise man. He belongs to the lineage of Rishi Pulitsya. Pulitsya, whose great-grandfather is Brahma himself. So that's the lineage that he belongs to. He has been educated by the best of the rishis. He is well versed in Vedas, in Upanishads, in Puranas, or whatever else was to be known at that particular time. He is a worshipper of Lord Shiva. Shiva, like he's like a direct disciple of Sri Shiva, and he is somebody who is a very, very, very learned person. So what could be once again be the hidden message? The hidden message is, in the ancient times there were elders and then there were olders. Right? So which means just because you know something, till the time you do not have the right discernment to utilize it, all that education is of no use. Recently I did make a post. The post that I made was that what it really said was that good virtues in a bad person cancels it out. So you might be somebody who knows everything, wise in the ways of the world, very, very learned. Let's say you are somebody who gets perfect, 100 on 100 in all subjects in life. But if you do not have the right discernment to utilize it in your day-to-day life, to understand how I can become a better person than yesterday, then it's of no use. All that wisdom, all that knowledge is of no use. And that is why it is said that Sri Saraswati, the wisdom of the Brahman cannot be acquired by any one person. She does not belong to any one. Each one of us is making a decision at every given time to vibrate with the energy of Dharma, solar energy, which is the Lord Ram. So, if you have the wisdom, for example, today, if you are here, you're watching this particular video and you take back some information. Some of you will take back this information that my eyelashes look fake. Some of you will take back the information that why am I wearing red? Some of you will take back the information about what is here in the background. But some of you will listen to the message that I'm trying to put forward, because that's the reason why I'm here. So, what you give your attention to matters the most in deciding how valuably are you living this particular life. You might know everything. You might belong to a particular caste, which they so-called say an upper caste. You might belong to the lineage, which is, very well honored. But if you don't know these small little things, which is called the discernment to use it, it doesn't matter. You might be as wise as Ravan, but if you still utilize that particular wisdom, another thing which Ravan used this particular wisdom to, what he did was he engaged all the planets because he wanted his son, Meghanad, to be born in the most auspicious time. So what he did, that he imprisoned all the planets such that by the time Meghnad is getting born, all of these planets are in the 11th house, which is the house of gains. But still, the universe took over. Somehow Shanidev managed to step foot on Meghnad's 12th house. And as we all know it, Meghnad died for the zid of Ravan, basically while he had abducted someone else's wife. So please guys, that's what I wanted to tell you all. Having knowledge is one thing. Having the bookish information is one thing. Having PhDs and doctorates and all of that, MBAs and whatnot is available in the universe these days is one thing. But having the discernment to use it is everything. So please do not miss on the finer details of life. You are not here for a PhD. You're not here for a doctorate. Trust me. You are here for your soul journey, to know how can you learn, how can the soul evolve, how can I become a better in my experiences of this soul in every breath that I take. That, I believe, is the hidden message of this auspicious day, of the Shera, of the non-duality message, which is not just based on winning of the good over the evil, but it is based on, as a soul lesson, what can I pick it up from there? Because these stories of all cultures are beautiful, trust me. There are a couple of them which I have heard of other cultures also, such as one from the Scandinavian countries and all. And if you want to know more about it, do keep checking out the reels, because a lot of times I do share my sources, where have I gathered this information from, in the reels. Recently I had shared that if you are somebody who's also interested in Vedas and Upanishads and Puranas, just as I am, or in mythologies of my land and or other lands, you can go on Google and research a little bit on such beautiful people who have put out this information all free of cost, such as Devadatta Patnaik. He has a couple of books also. Sri Dushyant Sridharji, he is, you can say, an academician in Puranas, Vedas and stuff. And Vigdikara, he has done a playlist on Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Purana and also Shiv Purana. Then you can also listen to, I do listen to Devadatta Patnaik ji on Audio Suno. He has done Shiv Purana over there. He has given out his renditions of Mahabharata and Ramayana also. And the reason why I tell you is, somehow, while I was growing up, guys, we were made to look down upon our culture. I have no qualms in saying that. English became so important for us to know, and there is no problem that I have in English. I mean, that is what is helping me today in connecting with the whole beautiful world out there, because it's mostly a language which is spoken in a lot of other countries. So it connects me from people to people. But slowly and steadily, we were also made to isolate from our own culture. And our own culture, wherever you are, trust me, it is really strong. And for yours, if you are from a country where it is not strong, please do not hesitate in knowing about ancient civilizations, about other cultures. That is how you imbibe information which is relevant in your cell memory, and not just something which is totally irrelevant. So don't you want to, we all go through our ups and downs. We all go through something, that we all are dealing with something or the other, physically, emotionally. By the way, just so you know, a physical symptom shows after 3 months of its manifestation in the spiritual realm, so something which you have been bearing emotionally, something that you have not been dealing with is the one which eventually shows in your physical reality, either as a disease, which is a disease, or as a problem with people. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to. That's what I wanted to speak with you all about. All of you beautiful souls, I just wanted to let you know that I love interacting with you all. I just wanted to make this experience better also, so I got myself this thing which I'm speaking to you with, which is the tripods, just so that we are face to face. So I'm really enjoying this. So any questions that you have which you feel that I can add some value to, if I know something about, I would love to put it out there. And I may also see be yourself always. कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना. Absolutely. But I love those people also who say something, because I believe they give me all of us, you know, like for people who do say something which you don't want to hear, I think if nothing else, they are giving you a gift of patience, of experiencing patience, and of experiencing let go. You know, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have learned how to let go. I wouldn't have learned how to be patient with those people who don't always love me, or who would notice some things that I don't want them to notice, or whatever it is. So those guys also give me an opportunity of you know, showing me a way to be, which maybe I don't know, or I'm here to learn by contrast, but I absolutely know what you mean. Namaskar, Reach Dimple darling, how are you? Nishita ji, namaskar. Mayuri, hi. Nagendra ji, namaskar. Thank you so much. Monica, hi, how are you? Krishna says it was kissing, smiling face. Back to you, Krishna. Okay. Any tips for Happy Dussehra? I have, in fact, you know, Dreamer Tweety, this entire video has been about Dussehra also. So what kind of tips are you speaking about? The one thing which I would like to conclude, in fact, this with is that when it comes to Dussehra, which is also based on the Tithi of Dashami, which is, and 10 as far as numerology is concerned, is the number of completion, it's number of letting go of the cycles which do not serve us. Have you noticed, in fact, all of you, that 2020 has been a year of boundaries? You know, one is the boundary which is gifted to us by nature, by the universe, where we had to stay restricted in our own houses and do things. But how many of you, I mean, multiple people have also created their own boundaries by understanding who they are, by understanding that what they want to say yes to and what they don't want to say yes to. So if you look at it, the entire Dussehra also speaks about creating boundaries, that you cannot just come and take away my wife, dude. Like, it doesn't happen that way. Do not think that I am not strong just because you have this entire Lanka made of gold, you have this entire Praja, doesn't mean that you can come and play with me. I did not come to do that. I did not come to play with you, but you did come to me and take away my wife. Dude, boundaries. You know, so this entire year has had a message of creating boundaries. So I would say that in the year 2020, if you haven't already, you will be given more opportunities. We still have a couple of months left in this year. Next year is going to have the energy of 2021, which is going to be a number 5, which is Mercurian, a lot of communication, experiences. Whatever you have learned, whatever foundation that you have created in 2020, trust me, you're going to use it in 2021. It's going to be a little dramatic also. A lot will, you know, happen with you. If you've been avoiding it so far, then maybe something, you know, what I'm trying to say is that for those people who have created a strong base in 2020, their empire is going to come up. So if you haven't already, please create those healthy boundaries. And do come back over here almost every day. I share a lot of messages because I love communicating with you all. For everybody who's just joining in, a small introduction on me. I'm a tarot reader, numerologist, DNA astrologer, and a transformation coach. These days, in the festive period, I'm offering double discount, double super bumper discount on all my consultations and on sessions as well. So in case you want to avail it, please do. I also have an offer on Devi reading, which divine feminine energy is wanting to work with you, you know, for this period, which means at least up till you know, 6 to 7 months. How can you connect with it, and what is her message to you? A 3-card reading for just 400 rupees and or $10. So in case you want to avail it, do let me know. Today is the last day to avail that. So yeah, these are what I offer. I hope you're enjoying your everyday over here. There's so much that I share. Please always go and check out the Insta stories. Follow me on Neha Goyal, and check out the Reels and the IGTV also. If you're reading the post, do always check out the description of the post. There's a lot that I share as well. And if you love this page, if you love this post, what you can do is you can save it. There is a save button, so you don't have to every time scroll it. You can also share it through the arrow button on your Insta story, tag me, and I will share it back, and so that we can grow together and spread the love. So thank you so much for joining in. Mwah! Love you all. Happy Dussehra to you all. Happy festive season onset to you all. Stay connected. Namaskar. Radhe Radhe.